So Grant, we've come to southwest Scotland today. Yeah. Lovely sunny day.
Yeah, it's always like this. Yeah.
So I suppose, look, it's a farm you've set up in the last couple of years, and you might give us a bit of background to the farm and where you've come from.
Yeah, I suppose I've got a high input background, and then my interests always kind of lay in this system. So set this up in 2020. It was a dairy farm originally, and we purchased it and set up a grazing system on it. So yeah, it's a very, very long growing season here, mild climate, right on the coast, and yeah, very, very pleased with it.
Yeah, so as we're looking, basically that's the RUC effectively there, is it? We're looking out at?
Yeah. So we're this is the Solway Firth, an estuary, and we look over to the Lake District. Yeah, we're right in the south coast of Scotland here. Okay, yeah. So it's rainfall wise, what would you get here in a year? So yeah, on an average year, you're 1,400 mil. Yeah, something like that.
And so you, as you're saying, your background is a high input system, 3 times a day milking. Yeah. So it's a big change, obviously, coming into a system like this.
Yeah, no, it is. Like, there's very similar principles across both systems, but yeah, very different. I suppose I kind of went away and learned a lot about this system before I kind of jumped in, but yeah, it's definitely where my interest lies, and yeah, looking to grow this. So
you've looked, I think you worked in New Zealand for a while as well. Saw systems firsthand.
Yeah, I've been on a couple of trips to New Zealand and worked there, and yeah, loved it. And they're the experts of collaboration and yeah, I suppose the share farming situation.
Do you find it's a system that's easier to replicate, say, across other farms, the grazing system?
Yeah, no, I suppose it is. It's massively influenced by the person on the ground managing the place. So there's a large reward for somebody who's managing it day to day on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, like it's a lot more hands-on in terms of management all the time, but less intensive for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I suppose, look, our involvement with you over the years maybe is Jamie would have helped you source livestock, Irish genetics that we've I suppose been exporting to you the last couple of years. Yeah. And I guess we've helped you, excuse me, as well on the mapping of the farm as well and the grazing infrastructure. So our involvement, I suppose, has covered those couple of areas.
Yeah.
But so what we might do is we might have a look at your milking setup, and Jamie will also maybe talk about your cows as well and the breeding stock and what you're looking for when you're actually buying animals.
Yeah.
Okay, so we might have a look at that there now.
Okay.
So how many units, Grant, here?
50 point. Suppose we went for the 50, just based on kind of cow milking times, and it's probably about a perfect point for one person milking. And yeah, we just go slow and steady, and cows get used to that speed, I suppose, and it's pretty quick milking.
What automation did you go on?
We went for retention bars, I suppose, just to cater for high yielders in spraying, auto spray and deck sprayers. The new ones have got 4 nozzles, seem to be a lot more accurate than the old ones. ACRs, and I suppose that's about it. Yeah.
Your feeding, just flat rate feeding then?
Flat rate feeding, yeah. No auto ID, keeps it simple. Yeah.
So you went for a good wide shed anyway when you were at it. So plenty space between the pillar and the diameter.
Yeah, it keeps it clean, stops shit on walls, and it wasn't overly expensive to go wide. It's more expensive to go long. So yeah, it didn't add a lot of cost to the build, if you like, but makes it a nicer, more airy environment for sure.
Well, an obvious thing anyway is the roof. You went for the clear roof.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of experience, hadn't seen it anywhere. Had kind of seen it online and things, and thought we'd take a stab at it. Spoke to our shed builder. But yeah, we've just about not had a light on in here since April, or probably March. Even milking times in the morning. Yeah, don't have to have a light on at all. Such a nice environment to be in.
It looks well, yeah.
Yeah,
nice for the cows and the people working here.
It's probably untested longevity-wise, but yeah, the size of the roof. If you have to replace it in 15 years' time, it's not a huge cost.
Yeah. So you went for plastic walls, is it just?
It was quick, simple, easy cleaned, keeps the place light, and yeah, it was cost effective.
Yeah. So roller doors as well? You have plenty of roller doors as we're passing one?
Yeah, yeah. We wanted it to be a really open place and really nice place to milk, so it gives you a lot of free light, a lot of airflow, with next to no flies so far.
Okay.
Whereas I suppose friends are moaning about it already, but yeah, no, it's been a good asset. Yeah.
So your wash corner?
Yeah, we've got a milk silo built into the side of the building here.
Yeah.
I suppose it was probably a bit more extra work in hindsight, but it's a good job, keeps it secure, stops it freezing. And we've just got a valve system on the bottom.
Yeah. Allows
you to empty whilst you're filling if you like. And the door is just for security, I suppose.
You can secure it.
The silo's got weigh cells built in, so because we don't have meters on here, it gives you an indication per milking how the cows are doing.
Yeah.
Like that, to be fair, it gives you a progress report.
Is it pretty accurate, or how would you find it?
Yeah, this probably reads 50 litres higher than what the milk tanker does, so who's wrong?
That, maybe.
Yeah. Start suing the milk company.
Okay.
We put heat recovery unit on the silo, so recovers heat from the refrigeration packs.
Yes.
Preheats the water to 55 degrees.
Okay.
Which has probably got the biggest the quickest payback in the whole of this building.
Okay.
Based on electricity prices for sure.
Auto wash?
Auto wash, yeah.
Handy?
Yeah, it's very good. See in 5 years' time whether we still like it, but yeah, no, right now it works really well. Very, very simple, just 2 float switches and some pumps, and that's about it.
Okay, yeah. And so it's a good view out as well, I suppose, too. There's no high wall as you're washing?
No. There wasn't really any need for an enclosed room, and quite often you see these really enclosed rooms. Just keeps the whole place open. Quite like having the sink and having a view of the place.
Yes.
Yeah. It's quite a good use of corners on a rotary.
It is.
Is having things in here.
Big play cooler then, obviously.
Yeah, to me it didn't look overly big when it came, but seems to be doing a good job.
Yeah.
And the heat recovery unit, I suppose, takes any other heat out.
2 filters?
Double filters, it's just what's spec.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to work well.
Yeah. What size silo?
It's a 28,000 litre silo. Just allows, there's no point in going any bigger than the 28,000 just with the size of Arctics. Gives us 2 days storage, and if we ever have a whopper yield month, then plenty of space.
Who's buying your milk?
First milk.
Yeah. Cheese?
Manufacturing contract,
And where's the nearest factory?
It's the Lake District, but it actually goes to Lockerbie, which is an Arla plant.
Okay.
Yeah, they pay us for solids, I suppose.
So your vet corner here, is it? Your raised area here?
Yeah, just a fold down vet stand, which works well. It's just on gas struts. I suppose those units are blocking it.
So it's on a couple of rams?
Yeah, just 3 gas struts. And built by a local blacksmith. Works very well. Great for vaccinating, worming, clipping tails, all fertility work. So look at that cow.
Yeah. Used every day?
Yeah, during breeding every morning we're using it. I suppose we've got the collars, but like to know things are still still getting done.
Yeah.
We use it for AIing as well, so
Okay.
probably saves a bit of space on handling areas, and yeah, can AI 4 cows at once, and we just bring them back on at the end of milking. They're segged into the collecting yard and the empty space in the circular collecting yard.
Yeah.
And then you just move the gates, bring them back on at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works well.
AI wise, do you do your own AI?
We
or have you people
don't.
coming in?
No, we use an AI company, and yeah, I suppose they're used to handling fresh semen, so
Yeah.
yeah, the volumes of cows that you hopefully get in mornings, you don't really want to be doing it yourself and picking them out.
Yes. So you kind of have an extra column as well over the exit area. So it's just giving you that bit of protection weather-wise, is it?
Yeah, it's beside the sea. I suppose we get every element of weather you can think of. Put a kind of wind barrier up as well.
Yeah.
It was advised probably on not making the exit area too big. You can then get a kind of gathering point. If you have too many cows bunching up here, they reverse off and hit each other, and it kind of hits them on. So yeah, it seems to work well cow flow wise, especially when they're going straight back to pasture.
Yeah.
They just sail off. They know they're going to a new break tonight. So
Yes.
yeah, cow flow is good.
Maybe before we look at the collecting yard, we might look at the cup stand there. But
Yeah.
as we're passing you an office, a nice office area here.
Yeah.
Canteen.
Yeah. Thanks for the Christmas present, Bertie.
Oh yeah. An impressive whiteboard.
Yeah, the advertising.
So what do you use that for, say, day to day?
So yeah, we plan out all our grazing on this, and yeah, every morning we kind of make a plan, and we do use this here, but I suppose it was rubbed out earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, feet to do, just any kind of notices, jobs to do, and then just information for everybody on site, cow performance, our grass wedge, and then yeah, our breeding progress, I suppose. Still use old school methods as well.
Yeah.
Just bomb proof, make sure that nothing gets missed. But yeah, it's a good management tool for sure.
So just in terms of the land areas, we're talking about it, what size block of land have you here?
So we are about 105 hectares, and it's quite a long, thin strip, if you like, over the road. But yeah, we go from probably the base of the hill behind right down to the sea, and yeah, it's just it's very high growth on this side of the road. You get all the effects off the sea, probably heavy dews, mild springs. So
yeah,
it's good grass growing point.
The salt water make any issue, or the salt blowing in off the sea?
I don't know. 90% of our weather probably comes the other way.
Okay.
So
yeah,
we don't get a huge amount of salt, but
yeah,
now and again you taste it out of the rain. That's for sure.
Oh, very good. And it's a small canteen as well for staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
tidy kitchen.
Yeah, we have people that live off site and have breakfast and lunch here, so
yeah,
yeah, it's just a nice place to work, I suppose, hopefully.
Good. So let's have a look at the cup stand there. So, how long did it take to build?
So we broke ground in April last year. Started the site in April, and we were finished. We were milking by November the 10th, something like that. So yeah, it was a fairly quick process, to be fair.
And all the time while you were making through an old parlour?
Yeah. 50-year-old 9-a-side parlour, so don't miss that for sure.
How long was it taking to milk in that?
In the old parlour, 4.5, 5 hours, yeah. And we're down to probably an hour 20. And I'll put some hobbies back.
Good, getting your life back.
Yeah.
Just your water, Grant. Is it from a well?
Yeah, so it's a private source off the hill behind us, which I suppose is a real asset. Doesn't seem to have slowed down yet, but yeah. Waters everything on a dairy farm, so
yeah.
reliable.
Using a lot of it.
Yeah, use a fair bit.
So are you pumping everything to the tank first?
Yeah.
From your source? Yeah.
There's another tank down below that feeds the plate cooler, so that we're not recycling warm water, if you like. It gives us maximum cooling. And just a 50mm ring main to the whole, every trough on the farm, so
yeah.
it gives reliable and consistent pressure everywhere. And 2 pump systems, one backs up the other for volume washers and drinking supplies.
Okay. And so you've a lot of the pipes labelled as well?
Yeah, important. You forget when you're doing things, and yeah, makes it kind of idiot proof.
Yeah. So your 2 vacuum pumps then?
Yeah, just what's spec'd on a Rotary, but seems to be reliable enough just now.
All variable speed as well?
Variable speed, yeah. More efficient on power, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And your generator?
Yeah, that was an Irish job. Very simple, just tractor driven, makes it more cost effective.
Have you had to use it?
Touch wood, not yet,
okay.
But
yeah.
It's there if we need it.
Yeah. So you have 1 person milking anyway at the minute?
Yeah, just 1 person. That was the kind of whole objective with the project.
Yeah.
Was just to try and make it efficient on people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's quite a easy going milking. Like the Rotary, there's no chasing in and chasing out. Any shouting going on, it's very calm, peaceful milking. The motion seems to calm heifers as well. Yeah. And yeah, get probably less kickers on this parlour than we ever have.
Okay.
And yeah, cow flow's good. They're getting their sweeties on the parlour, so.
Yeah. How much are you giving them?
Just because of dry conditions, we're on 4 just now. But
yeah. 2 each. 2 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 in each.
Okay.
Market.
Yeah. So rubber matting on the floor?
Yeah, I went for this foam. I suppose it just takes the strain out of anybody's knees, and yeah, it's just a nice place to milk.
Okay. So you put the board in up there then on a frame. Why did you do that?
Yeah, our predominant weather comes that way,
yeah.
So it just gives a bit of a block when conditions are bad.
Okay.
And it has been good. Like, you don't get hit with anything, any rain or anything at times, and yeah. It was quite a cheap way of doing it.
Yeah. What size is the feed bin, Grant?
I think it's a 31 ton, so
yeah,
it just allows you to get full load and a bit extra as well. Yeah, there was kind of a strain gauge or weigh cells added in with it as well.
Okay.
Which we.
Did you find that useful?
Yeah, it's great tool for knowing. It sends notifications to your app on your phone. And, I suppose it's not something that's spec'd, but probably wouldn't live without now.
I know.
Yeah.
Just that information makes decisions easier for you.
Yeah, when you're lying in bed and you think you've forgotten something, you can just look at your phone for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, less stress, so.
Yeah, or the panic when you wake up and you've got a notification. But
yeah.
Gives you a 30% warning, so.
So that little room there in the corner then, is that for your teeth spray and stuff?
Yeah, yeah, just a kind of general store.
Yeah.
And we made a kind of insulated bit room in there as well, heated room, so no one likes to put wet overalls back on in spring, so yeah, I've done it plenty of times and thought that it was quite an easy way just to insulate a room and put an electric heater in.
Yeah.
Works well.
Yeah, especially in the tough conditions in the spring, it's nice to have
sideways rain every day. Yeah.
Dry clothes. Somewhere warm for a few seconds at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Find a few milkers curled up in there sometimes.